Okay, so we are back for another episode, and this is episode 12 of Hush Gremlins. Welcome, my name is CHRISFOCUS, and I have JOKA here also.
Hola, hola. Hola, hola, baby. Hola, hola, baby. Hola,
How's it going?
hola, hola. How y'all doing?
How's it going?
How many languages do you want to say?
How's it going?
How you doing?
Okay, so today let's talk.
What's our conversation today?
Let's talk big goals. Yes, we know we are back to goals again. But let's talk.
Feels like our lives are just about goals.
Because what are we without goals?
Summation of
Somehow
achieved
it just
goals.
feels like everything with G is just all about us. God, goals, grace,
The greatness.
grandeur, glamour. They're just greatness.
Good luck.
Good luck. Why are you not smiling, people? See. Good luck.
I mean, what you mean?
Goodness.
The goodness of God.
Then grills. Yes.
Because this one want to die.
Woo!
This one will die on it. You will die on the mountain of meat. I won't be surprised. On the mountain of meat.
If you find me dead someday, just know that it's probably meat.
I want to go African, but we will not find you anytime soon. In the name of Jesus. I'm going all African.
So we realized that in the last episode we did not tell you about love letters, that you should send us love letters.
You love us.
But we know that you know already. So
we know you know. You want to send us love letters.
That's
Feel free. Feel free. We are waiting to hear from you. We've been drinking water. Not eating any munchies like chocolate and cookies.
If you are there like this,
just to hear from
first
you.
of all, if you have been sending love letters already, love
you're
it.
You're top
You're
notch.
doing well.
You're the best.
Have
you been seeing our responses?
Do you get?
Have you been seeing our responses?
Should get.
Do you like them?
Should get.
Chat with us. We don't have to.
But if you have not been sending so far,
you need to. Want to know you're hearing from us. Whether you're in Germany, you're in Arkansas.
Write it in another language. We'll do translate.
Okay, we'll do Google Translate.
We'll do Google. Don't worry. If you think that's what's holding you back, don't worry.
No, feel free to write it in your local
this
language.
If I write it now, they will not understand. If I can't write it Swahili, they will not. Don't worry.
Oh, Kiswahili.
Send it.
Oxa.
Say, they can write it is.
Feel free.
If they will not understand, we want to bring it.
Zulu.
Mandarin, we understand.
Send
we'll
it.
Do it. Don't worry. We'll do the hard work of doing the translation.
Yeah.
Don't
or
worry.
You could do a merge, I've been excited to do recently. So my writings, I'm just looking like both English and Yoruba. We just blend it in together. It feels very authentic for me. More authentic. So if that's your cup of coffee, send it our way. We're here for you. Anyhow you want to chat with us, we'll fall in love with you just as much.
Send coffee.
Send coffee, okay? Okay, you like coffee.
Let's drink coffee, yeah? What?
You like coffee?
Nah.
You don't?
I'm a weak coffee drinker. I'm the put sugar, put milk.
All the cream. Well, I never tasted cappuccino and all sorts.
So put before. Ice. That's the kind of
Iced
coffee drinker. And that's if you go to the ring of coffee drinker, they will tell you that's not you're not drinking coffee. You have not ready.
So yeah, I think those are the things I want to try. Them cappuccinos and iced coffees and things like that.
Starbucks.
Oh well.
It's your place to go to.
Maybe. Who would take me to Starbucks? Or who will bring Starbucks to me?
Maybe big Starbucks to this Nigeria like this.
But do we have that culture of drinking coffee so much?
I feel like now that we have a lot of remote workers,
we might have
that.
Does Starbucks do delivery? Starbucks, do they do delivery?
Probably. And if they see that, if they don't do and they come to this country and the business model will have to support delivery, they will probably start.
Do delivery with Uber Eats. What is things that we are saying, Sean? As we're talking about
you'll be expensive.
Chill. We're talking about our conversation today is big goals.
Yeah.
What if we're the people who go bring Starbucks franchise to Lagos?
Straight up.
Let's
stop talking about it before somebody's gonna be inspired now.
Oh,
we'll talk about it behind the camera.
Behind the scenes. So our conversation today is a possibility of your big goals.
Yep.
How possible they are.
Your big goals.
Who's our key resource today, show?
Those ones that feel insurmountable. And I'm feeling like now that I'm saying insurmountable,
You're
goals that
already
feel like
defining
they're out of this world. Goals that have children of children.
that have 12 horns
Goals.
and 15 heads.
Do you get? Goals that will be snarling, like they'll be snarling at you like this, like they'll be breathing at you like this. Yes, those kind of big goals. And the person we are looking at today is Elon Musk. No other person, but Elon Musk. Sorry, let me call his name very well in case you can listen now. Say
And you're saying you're spoiling
Elon
his name. How is
Musk.
he spoiling his name?
So that in case
We're talking today
maybe you want to
about
just dash me
Elon
one
Musk.
small million like that. Person
Million
don't
or
know.
Tesla.
It's not gonna be there. It's because of the name I don't cover very well. But I'm not. So please listen from here. It's from here that you should listen now. So yes, today we're
This
talking
guy
about
has a
Elon
lot
Musk.
of big goals. Look at the way you have just defined and you're
So
learning
thanks.
million. You have siphoned it to
You
yourself.
should, please.
And you see now, you said give you million. You did not say give us.
Huh?
You said give you million. You did not say give us.
The day that you do your own call.
The day I did my own.
The day that you do your own
The
call.
day. I'm just telling you. Shall I remember today? You have done your own.
Okay, give us millions.
Okay.
Small millions that you can just give
Small,
us.
okay.
That you're not using.
Stop belittling Elon Musk.
I'm not
He's
believing.
don't say small. He's a big guy who does big things.
No, wow. It's like if you're already
Big
sounding.
millions.
You already sound like the money is you that work for the money.
Big
Yeah, I'm
millions.
talking from the place of see, sir, I understand that it's you that work for your money. That's what I'm just saying,
I also
help us to find
understand that
something.
you can
You
be
get.
radical in your thinking,
So
and so you can give us big money.
Person
That's
that
what I also
pull
understand.
shock from the foot of
Bum
Twitter
of Twitter.
because of they did not show him
Say that in Yoruba,
information.
please. Say it in Yoruba.
On your shock, let's Twitter. He removed shock from the leg of Twitter because they did not.
Ah, boy.
But anyway, yeah. So we're talking about we're looking at him
Musk.
today. Yeah,
Elon Musk
and
is
big
a South
goals.
African born in 1971. In June of 1971, he has founded companies like popular Tesla Inc., Incorporated SpaceX,
Yeah.
Neuralink, The Boring Company. I feel like I never heard of that one before. And I
Oh
would
yeah,
like to
I've heard
know.
of Baron
Zip2,
know of the Baron Company.
OpenAI. I can't believe he founded OpenAI.
Maybe
like
he bought
I've
it.
worked
We have to look into that.
'cause
Maybe he acquired.
I'm
Maybe,
like,
I'm not sure. But we
OpenAI,
have to look into that.
really? He also founded X.com and the Musk Foundation. This is according to Wikipedia. We don't have
He doesn't own
rights
PayPal
to-
anymore, sure.
He doesn't own, but did he
He
found?
sold it.
Was he the founder of PayPal?
I
So
think this
also-
Zip2 was the first one that he did. I think
Okay.
the story goes as the when he sold this or something like that, he was the money he put into creating PayPal and then like that.
Okay.
sha. When he sold PayPal too was the money that he now used to go and start Tesla and all the SpaceX and all. Yeah, so
okay.
he just kept reinvesting the money
The money.
that he got from those companies.
Well, he's looks like, or I mean, as far as we know, he's been running some daring projects.
So he has been running daring projects since forever. Imagine
just-
PayPal, global payment platform. Though they still have something against us in Nigeria, sha, but
Yes.
I can't understand, sha.
I don't.
No, me, I can't understand.
I don't. And I refuse to. This is from a willing customer of PayPal. And
Yeah.
all of the things that I've experienced from using PayPal from the time I got exposed to international payments and
Yeah.
exchange. And this is me saying to all that can hear me, I hate PayPal for what they have put me through. Honestly. And I'm not willing to understand why it is that
sorry.
way. I will not serve you.
Sorry.
Because they are the cocoa, because they promise, in the adverts, I can even sue them. They promise, all of these possibilities. And then I get there and I find out that my
Wait,
location
to Nigerians directly or what? Or you're saying
to,
they promise
like,
generally?
the
I mean?
general.
Oh, okay.
Like, even on the page when you go there, before you find the clause that now says, "Oh, Nigeria, you cannot pay money, you cannot receive
That
money."
clause is why you cannot sue them.
Like, what is this?
It's why you can't sue
What
them.
is that? Why would you tell me? Why would you give me room for possibilities and then
It
snatch
gave
it
you
away
hope
from me?
and dash the hope.
No. I don't like PayPal for anything.
Don't worry, they will fix up in
They
Nigeria.
shouldn't fix up. I'm not using them again. It doesn't matter if they're the only ones that fix up. as the
What
international
alternatives do you
receiving.
have to PayPal?
We have other barter systems, payment channels,
Or
but
like Flutterwave or
a lot
PayStack or
of
something?
them still have these issues. The same issues of Nigerians cannot receive money from,
Directly.
but a lot of them happened after, I think it was the law of 2020 or 2021,
The
the federal government,
CBN,
the
this thing,
CBN
Abby.
law,
Yeah.
Central Bank of Nigerian law of 2020 or 2021.
Yeah.
But before then, PayPal has always just been
But people are like
problematic.
you can
So,
receive, but you can't use it to
and
pay.
I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Now you can't even receive.
Oh, now you can't even
You
receive.
can't receive.
Wow. Wow. Me, I didn't even know,
You
sir,
can. I
because
think you can't receive, but you can pay. I'm not sure right
what?
now.
How does that even work?
I don't know. You can't receive money from
Anybody, but you can
anybody.
load the
You can
wallet
load
and
the
pay
wallet. I'm
and
not
pay.
sure. I think
I
so.
don't think because I know
It's
that
been a while I used it,
yeah,
so
that's what
I
I'm saying. Like
stopped.
because I know
So
that the difference between two of us is
what's
that
that?
your own my own anger is like a banner of Marvel, Hawk, the Hawk.
Okay.
When they asked him that how is it that he's been able to keep because when he gets angry is when he becomes the Hawk and becomes
Yeah.
that aggressive.
Yeah.
So when he was able to control it, then I asked him that how is he able to control it? He said because he's always angry. That's how he's able to control it.
He stays angry.
So the difference between your anger and mine is that me, I've stayed angry for a long time. You is like your angry come later. My own, because me, the moment I realized that you could receive but you couldn't pay as a Nigerian, I didn't even bother again. Like it became, they
Why?
just became a joke to me.
Like
So
what's that?
you that are still angry. Me too, I've passed that level.
No, I'm still angry. Oh.
So I didn't even bother about
I don't
checking
even know
up.
how they can
Like
take it away from me. I
I
don't know.
didn't even bother.
Like so,
But
but
anyway,
that's PayPal.
Elon Musk, and
Elon Musk has been this person who is like so forward and intentional. He just goes all out for everything. It feels like sometimes he just comes tweet about a possible idea, and then the next morning you see that he's doing all he can to put his weight behind, having that dream come to
he did that
manifestation.
with crypto too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it with crypto. That's
Mm-hmm.
how Dogecoin became a thing. Tweeted about it, and
And I think that's a spirit a lot of us need to have for our goals. And to
mm,
even have big goals. I mean, that's what we're really talking about. To have
like
big goals, big enough goals.
think
You
about it,
want
and
to you want to build a language app that everybody all over the world can use to talk, exchange communication. Have
do
at it.
like instant translations, right?
Have at it.
Mm,
You want to build prosthetics for um black people or
yeah.
people of various color.
Mm.
Have at it.
I think
Something, or no, let me say a prosthetic that its color adapts to the color of the
of
skin
your
of the
skin
wearer
as soon as they install it,
as soon as they install it.
it just
Have at
reads it
it.
and just
Have at it with the shade and
I
everything.
was checking
Have
out
at it.
stuff today, and I was trying to see if there were AIs that could scan a person's image and then get their measurements for sewing bespoke
Ooh,
clothes, tailoring, and I
nice.
found that there were a lot of them. Oh my
Ooh,
god! And I was
nice.
actually impressed. Like, oh wow, oh,
Yeah.
this is like you could just scan your
Yeah.
image
Yeah.
and it will give you your measurements,
Mm-hmm.
and you could send it to your tailor or something. And I was wow, okay, that's interesting. Then I think I saw one other tech product like that as well. That it's about post operation. It's just for post operation. It's for post operation use,
Okay.
because post operation, a lot of post surgery, a lot of things happen, bleeding, leaking, stuff like that,
Okay.
that could actually lead to that has led to death of some people,
And
post
complications.
complications. So I think that device is supposed to actually in good time be able to find those possible complications
Okay.
that could happen post, and
Mm-hmm.
then so they could nip it in the bud just before it's too
During the
late.
surgery. Is it during the surgery or
After
after the
this is
surgery?
post
Post
surgery.
surgery.
It's for post
So
surgery.
it's more like in the ICU.
Because the problem is that post surgery they might not be able to find those things quickly. They might not be able to realize those things quickly,
Okay.
and it might be too late
Too
for
little
those
too
who
late.
died anyway. It means it was too
It was
late
too
when
late,
they discovered that,
definitely.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
this is something that this is an effect of the surgery afterwards. And so that device is supposed to be able to find those things, identify them, and see that, oh, these things are here, and notify that this thing is here. This is the problem that the surgery has caused, some more or a challenge that is going on. We need to nip it in the bud. And I felt like that was good. That was something that was really
That's
good.
really nice.
Yeah. So
That's
if
nice.
it's something like that you want to create, like, come on,
Please go ahead.
have
I
at
mean, I
it.
feel like I even want us to have some conversation,
Mm,
maybe live or in the comments or in your love letters to us
yeah.
about the biggest goals that you think that the biggest goals you want to achieve. The things
Hmm.
that seem out of reach, out of possibility. You
No,
want to be the first indigenous African to be Prime Minister of the UK. You want to, those things that feel like geography and
those things that
time
feel very
and
impossible right
circumstances
now.
of birth seem impossible right now.
Or
I like that you said
or
impossible right now
yeah, those things that
because,
seem impossible
yeah.
right now, or things that, apart, another thing is, I think one thing that was also in this Elon Musk story is that there were things that he knew that he would not see come to life in his own
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
So
will come
that's
to life
something that
later on after he's been long gone.
so our core resource is this article published in 2017 by RANA
On
for chords.
chords, yeah.
That's qz.com. You can check them out. Would definitely put the link
Yep.
here for you guys to see. And they made mention of some of the things that he has put in place
Mhm.
that he would not be alive
He
to
will not see
witness,
it.
which is some of the things that I feel like, so for certain fiction that I'm writing or building up on,
Mm.
I may not see the effects or the resultant effect or the consequence, because we've seen writings like that is just now in the 21st
Yeah,
century
we
that we're
value them so
seeing the
much.
value, we're seeing the effects, we're
Hmm.
seeing the mindset. It's shaping mindset, it's shaping culture.
Hmm.
And I feel like, there are some daring writings that I'm going to put to paper now that may not be understood for these times, but in times to come that I may not be present
And
to
they will just
even
be,
be on the receiving end of.
yeah.
And I think that's another thing to step out for, even if these are things that you want to witness. I mean,
Mm.
go all out. It's still a credit to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's still a credit to you, and it's a credit to the entire human race.
Mm.
The entire human race to
Yeah.
give of yourself in that manner. Don't shortchange yourself by holding back on the things that you are capable of doing.
Yeah. And
Feels
even the
like
things that you're not capable of, self, don't hold back.
step out,
Do not hold back
step
on
out,
them. Just,
step out.
if you can think it.
You can do it. It feels like this is
Yes.
going to be a motivational pod, but it is what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, one of the things that I'm realizing now, I'll bet perhaps a bit late, but I don't think it's ever too late to realize what I'm realizing, and it's that even the things I cannot do but I have the dream for, I can recruit people to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
I can bring on people to do with me.
Yeah.
One of the things that gives me comfort is, as a person, because of some projects that I've done in the past, the me that was able to bring together this number of people, gifted, talented, audacious people together to carry out this project, that same me can bring this same caliber of people together to do even bigger and better stuff. So
And much more
let's not
impactful
stop
stuff.
ourselves, people.
You
We're
know,
on this journey with you.
I was looking at the life of a business owner, an entrepreneur who owns a company that is app based, and by app based I mean mobile app. That's the Android and iOS apps. And when a company is app based, it just means, first of all, that the workers, that's the staff strength, is remote. First of all, they have no office, they have no real they have no brick and mortar office. Everybody's in their house, so everybody's remote. They are probably in different parts of the world. So an app based company, and the owner has no tech skills. The owner
Wow.
has no tech skills.
Reminds me of the app I'm trying to build.
Yeah, so
I have
she
zero
just
tech
she just
skills
was
in
able to
that.
bring everybody together, bring the
It's the
software
same with
developer, bring the
Canva.
UI UX
It's
person,
the
bring
same with
everybody,
Canva.
and just lead them to do that, to bring her vision to life.
It's the same with Canva.
Yeah.
They're a couple, right? But the she
Mhm.
had the more of the idea. She was the one who came up with the idea, but her boyfriend at the time was a software or is a software developer.
Developer.
So he was,
He's
the
able to do all the
techie side of
programming and
things.
bring
Yeah.
it to life,
There's
right?
an app I'm also, I don't know if you saw my search history. I was also looking at how to build an app. I'm also looking at how to build an app remotely, maybe just work on
It's one of the easiest things to do,
the,
Sha,
yeah,
to
to
build it
just bring my
remotely.
features together
Yeah.
and then launch it, because I
It's
feel like I
so
want to help
easy.
other writers do certain
It's so
things.
easy
So
to do that right now, to build stuff remotely, build apps
yeah.
like that, softwares, to build them remotely. It's so easy right now. So yeah, you could do stuff, just like Joker just said. It doesn't matter if you have the vision, you have the dream. You can bring people together to come and do it. You can bring people, just lead them to that vision. You they see them, Abi.
Yeah.
Hold their hands and let
Just
everybody be going
let it
together with
come
their
through.
skills, their resources. Everybody come
Let it
pulls
come
it
through.
together and let it happen. So
Yeah. So according to this article, we're seeing that Elon Musk, shows value for deep commitment. He's deeply committed to. It feels like he's a dog with a bone, never lets go.
never.
He just stays stuck on what he
Like
wants
if
to do.
he, just like the dog, when the dog is tired of chewing on the bone at that moment, buries it, knows where he buries it, comes back to
Goes
it.
back to it.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like I was
that
reading
level of
from.
commitment.
Shout out to Choma Ifeanyi of Accounting Hub. If you get to listen to this, I hope you get to know how much of a big fan I am of you from day one.
Yeah.
I celebrate your work, all that you're consistently doing. You inspire me so much. So she was just talking recently about how you know big goals can be distracting from the work that you actually have to do to bring in the daily income, the daily necessities, and offer value today. So when those big goals come and it clouds your head and overwhelms your mind, flip to the back of your jotter, flip to the back of your journal, write it down, and move on with delivering value today.
Yeah.
So it feels like that's the same thing. You bury that bone in the ground.
I
You know
know where
where
you
you
buried
buried
it.
it, and then you go back. You deliver value, and then when you're able to relax, go
Go
dig up
dig
your
it up,
bone and chew on it,
chew it
chew
on.
on it,
When
chew
you're
on
done,
it.
you put it
Reason.
back again. You
Yeah,
go
you
back
go back
again.
again, deliver
Yeah.
value. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, frame goals to be bigger than yourself. Ensure that I we're seeing a movie, right? And there was that line that stuck with me where the mother of the protagonist, she's the protagonist, right?
I think
And
so.
she was talking to her and on the
I think we
phone,
should check for the meaning
and
of the
then
word
no,
protagonist.
no,
You should
it's
not.
like the main act, like the how they used
Let
to say
me.
it
Me,
now.
the way I see it, it will stay in my head when I read the words.
Okay,
Okay, protagonist.
yeah,
Yes.
the leading person in there, yeah.
Makes key
Okay,
decisions in the
so
plot.
and her mom was saying that if there's something you think you deserve, multiply by 10, and then
Yeah.
whatever you get,
You
that
get.
answer,
You still deserve more than
there's
that.
like in fact half of it's not even up to
It's
half
not
of
also
what you
half of what
deserve.
you still deserve.
So frame goals to be bigger than yourself. If you're thinking of a goal right now and it's feeling like it's something you can achieve in the next 2 years, think something,
Multiply it by
multiply
10
by 10,
and see
and
that you
that
can
one is still not
still
like.
achieve 10
So
times
yeah,
of that goal
use
that
that,
you want
use
to
that.
achieve. What else do we have? We also see that you harness the concept of flow.
Hmm.
Um, ensure that you're able to. I think we've talked about this several times when we're talking from when we're talking about goal setting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it says flow occurs when you were fully engaged in what we're doing. So it's like you're bringing yourself to a state of mind where you're focused on the preliminary task, the primary task, leads to a fuller immersion into the bigger goals that you're going for.
Yeah.
So harness that flow concept, harness that way, because your your motivation can die, morale can die, morale high, morale high, NYC people will understand. But you can kill your morale if you're going for the bigger immediately.
Yeah,
Harness the
that
power
can
of
cripple
flow.
you.
Focus in on the first task and then building from there. Building from there.
Flow is as easy, or gaining flow or getting flow is as easy as doing one of the most, or taking the most trivial first step. The step that you feel like this doesn't do anything to the entire process. Taking that step is what is very key.
Mm.
That first step that you feel like doesn't do anything to the rest of the flow or
Mm.
to the rest of the journey or to the rest of the goals,
Mm.
that one is the most important thing that is the most important thing to getting or to getting into that zone of flow. Very
Mm.
key.
So there's this other one, which is like the practicable aspect of the possibilities of big goals, and it talks about Tesla's execution strategy.
Mm.
You know, Elon Musk had a mission to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport by bringing compelling mass market electric cars to market as soon as possible. So what this means is that he wants to accelerate sustainable transportation by having something that the masses can
Mm.
afford, but this time is electric cars, because electric cars is sustainable energy,
Yeah.
sustainable transport. So it's bringing what the masses can afford and would like,
Mm.
bringing it to market as soon as possible.
Mm.
And it felt crazy, but for me it feels like maybe the focus for me is as soon as possible, doing
Yeah.
all of this as soon as
As
possible.
soon as it's
So
possible, right?
he now broke it down into three smaller parts. Gets people's attention by proving that electric cars can be sexy and functional by building a high-end sports car,
Yeah.
because sports is sexy.
And I think the backstory to this is because this is not the first time that we've had electric cars in mass production in the world.
Ah,
We've had it before sometimes in the
17.
90s or something.
Okay, okay.
They've been our electric cars actually, and
Yeah, I know
yeah,
like there have
they've been
been
electric
prototypes and
cars.
things like
No,
that,
not
but
prototypes. So
like
like
no, what I mean
actual.
is yeah.
Yes. So it's not way. So that's
So
why I think this
that's why he
references.
really wanted to make sure
Yeah.
compelling, make it sexy,
Yes.
that people would
That we
want
need to
it.
bring it back now. Like,
Everybody would want it.
and plus, of course, back then when they did the electric cars, it felt like it was against the time. It felt like it was in a time when people were ready for that.
For
For that.
it was too much of a
So
switch. We're still in the
like
era of cars, mechanical.
fuel and all of
Yeah.
that diesel. So I think here, of course, because you're taking a risk, and it's more like if I'm doing it, how do I know that people have not are still not in that space of we are
Space.
not ready for
So
this?
that's why you had to make
So
it sexy
yep,
first.
you had to come to
Phenomenal.
this is what is going to work in this our time. Oh, these are the buzzwords that are working now. Can we infuse them? Can we incorporate them and see what we will get out of it? Though I still feel like before we go on to the second one, where he was saying back mass market,
Yeah.
I still feel like it's not the mass market yet. Tesla is
He hasn't
expensive
got
as
yes.
let's not even play with
Yeah,
that one.
but I mean, he said as soon as possible. So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe this
He's
is
still
what
going.
is
He's still
this is
going to
still
get there. Yeah,
he's still working on it,
he's still
and
very early stages.
yeah,
Yeah.
So the second part, he says he shifted his focus. He shifted his focus to assembling a more accessible luxury car,
Mm.
to raise money for future
Future
development.
developments
So it feels like even the reason, while it's expensive right now, he's raising money for the
for
mass market.
mm.
That's what
so
he's
that he
still
could so
doing.
that there's enough funds to
Funds.
bankroll
Yes.
those ones that are going
Yes.
to be for the average class,
Yes.
lower
Middle
mid
class and lower
people.
class.
Be yeah.
Yeah,
So
with different pay
which
income
which
brackets.
is somehow when you zoom out
Yeah.
and look at his business
Yeah.
model so far from all the businesses that he has built, that's what he does. He uses one, uses it to fund the next thing. Like I said, with the
Beautiful.
Zip, he used that money to fund PayPal.
PayPal.
PayPal used PayPal to fund Tesla, SpaceX, and so that's what he's been
Nice.
doing.
So I think that's a fun. That's flow as
Yeah,
well.
right.
That's
Like
some type of flow.
keeps it flowing.
That's some type of flow. So um and then the third and final part of breaking down his mission is to rapidly invest in the production of the Model 3, the Tesla Model 3, which
Thirty-five
is
thousand
a
dollars
$35,000 car for
for.
the
But
masses.
how
Who is the
can
masses in this
$35,000
case?
be for the masses? Which
I
of the
think this
masses?
is
Which
still
area of the masses are we talking about?
maybe it's
Thirty-five
like
thousand dollars. I was telling you about my cousin who I think it was recently I was telling you about my cousin who bought a
I
car,
think so.
and it was a second-hand car.
Yeah.
It was a Nissan,
Mm-hmm.
and she got it for total package plus because second hand you have to make some repairs, take it to the mechanic shop, and then get your papers and all of that. And it was a total package of $2,500.
And it was expensive for her because she had to choose between that
That
car
or
and
getting a house,
accommodation.
leaving her parents' house and getting her
Getting
accommodation.
a
So,
place of our
so
own.
for herself, that's still not totally masses, but it's still masses than $35,000. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. What
So
masses are we
this is
talking about
like
now? It feels like maybe there's a mass
10%.
level she's talking about.
Yeah. A
That's
times 10 mass level that
yes.
we've not achieved. So yeah, that's about it. We also see other things like embrace the right kind of failure when it comes to your big goals. The
Failure.
right kind, the right kind.
Like
Relentlessly seek negative feedback. Relentlessly. I feel like this is something that may be hard for me.
okay, so you seek negative feedback.
Negative
Like
feedback.
we shouldn't be hunting for negative
Yes,
feedback. Wow, wow.
relentlessly.
There's problem. Oh.
That's something that I think is still going to be hard for me, right now. So, but that's something we're all encouraged to do. Like we say,
Yeah,
we're on
like
this
work
journey with you.
towards
It's
it.
not
Like
like we know exactly what to do
all
or
of
how to
us,
go about
they
it.
we they
We're on this
we
journey
they
with you.
trek
Some
the
things are just as
journey. We
hard
are
for
here.
us. We're
Yeah.
still here. We're all here with you. So that's about it today. For Elon Musk being our resource and go-to guy for the
Our
possible.
guy. Our
Elon Musk,
guy.
you're a guy. You're a
About
guy. Two young fools from Nigeria shouting out to you to say, Elon
our
Musk, you're a
Meji.
guy.
2 hands in the
If you
air.
were here, we'll be calling you Uncle Elon because you're like 51.
Boate.
You're even big, Uncle. You're like
Ah,
daddy.
this one is daddy.
You're a daddy. But because of the kind of person you are, would just maybe call you Uncle
We'll leave it
Elon.
at Uncle
Uncle
Elon.
Elon. Uncle
Uncle
Elon. So,
Musk.
Uncle Elon, you're a guy. When it comes to the possibilities of big goals, we see it. We see, like,
Man.
he has set that part. He has shown us
That
quite
is
plainly
doable.
that nothing is
You can
impossible.
actually set those
You
big
can set
goals.
goals. It feels like
That be
how would I put it? So Christian here, sorry. Old Testament is there was this Jesus is coming, there's a Messiah coming, there's a Messiah coming. In the
yeah.
New Testament we have Jesus Christ coming, showing
Come.
all,
Yeah.
showing all.
Yeah.
It feels the same way. Opera is like Old Testament saying, everything is possible. Go for it.
Do
You can
it.
do, you
Do
can do.
what
And
you
then
can
Elon
do,
Musk
man.
comes, I'm like, yo, you call for me? I'm here, people.
Flips.
I'm here.
Flips his hair. Like,
I'm possible,
like,
I'm the one who's possible. I'm
with
the
the
one who's
halo
bringing it
and the
up.
shining lights. Like. So
Boy.
yeah. Anyway, send us your love letters. We'll love to hear
Like we
from
always
you.
say, would love to hear from
And
you.
just keep them pouring in.
Yeah.
Send
And
it.
keep it going.
Send
Let
it.
us know what your big
Send
goals
it through a
are.
raving. Send it in whatever
This raving, this one keeps
language.
saying, I beg, I dey fear
Send
animal.
it digitally.
No send any
Use
raving,
the
give
post
me.
office, DH, whatever. Just send it in. We'll love to hear
Let
from
us
you.
know
We'll love to read from
what's up
you.
with you, what's on your mind. We'd love
Social
to hear
media,
from
we're
you.
there. Emails there. We'll love to hear from you.
Would love to hear from
So
you.
it's the Hush Gremlins
And we'll see you in the next episode.
from both Gremlin Hushes, CHRISFOCUS, JOKA.
And Joker. Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.